Good morning, my brothers and sisters. So yesterday night, if you guys are watching the Gervonta Davis, if you guys don't know who Gervonta Davis is, he's a boxer. Okay, he's a little guy, has crazy power in his hands. But during like the eighth round, randomly, all of a sudden, it looked like everyone was scurrying like a bunch of rats, and then it was so bad that the fight even stopped between Gervonta and Garcia. It was that bad. So we kind of didn't know what was going on. People were saying, "Oh shit, Wallow got choked out," and I knew it couldn't be Wallow. Wallow's man, you can't do that to Wallow. Big super goon Wallow. You don't want Wallow to make a motivational story on his Instagram. You don't want that to happen. People also thought it was Gilly. Gilly ain't fighting anybody unless it's on the basketball court. Gilly's not fighting anybody. But then they found the culprit. It was Meek Mill. Meek Mill, Dr. Martin Luther Meek Jr. Meek Mill, the social activist himself, almost got into a fight with Gary Russell Jr. Now, if you guys are like, who the fuck is Gary Russell Jr.? Now, Gary Russell Jr. he's also a boxer. He's a champion. I think he's like the featherweight. I think he's like honestly lighter than Tank, which is crazy because Tank fights like 135, 140 pounds. Okay, but regardless, they almost got into a altercation in DC, and we don't know really what happened. When we saw the audio, and it kind of looks like Meek Mill is just yelling, popping his shit, and then all of a sudden you see a little bit of a midget stand up, and then it looks like they're about to get to brawling, and then I'd say about 30 seconds later, you see a group of, it looks like at least like 20, 30 people. That must have been the Dream Chasers. I'm not gonna lie, the Dream Chasers were coming in like a fucking football team or an NBA team, because that was a lot of them. They all just walked out, and that was kind of the end of that. But then Meek Mill hopped onto Twitter and said, "Congratulations, Tank." The 3Ks. A little zesty, but it's okay. I almost fought a boxer telling him this not going 12 rounds. I missed the big bomb. And then he also put on Twitter and he said, "I will never let no petty shit escalate to let somebody movie run. I just walked away. I came to support Tank and Boots. Good wins." Hey, good on Meek Mill for walking away. I honestly see Meek Mill, as much as we clown Meek Mill definitely is changing, because the fact that this man walked away and didn't get into a fucking brawl is something that is honestly incredible, because we know old Meek Mill would have brought the fucking, what's it called? He would have brought the motorcycles and the bikes in, and turned into a movie, literally. So the whole thing too is that people, now I'm not sure if Gary Russell Jr. is connected with the Garcias. I know he's following, one of them, but I don't know if he's connected with their camp. The whole thing, and this is coming from somebody who also fights themselves, so the whole thing about when you fight is that when you're at like an event and you're like there to support somebody that you know or some of your friends, a lot of the fans get very disrespectful. They're drinking, they're having the time of their life, and they kind of get disrespectful towards the fighter. So imagine if it's one of your friends and you hear some dude and he keeps saying, "Oh, your friend's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Your friend's gonna get knocked the fuck out. This motherfucker sucks. This and that." It's gonna bother you. Now, I'm not sure if that's what happened with Gary Russell Jr., but I'm just letting you know that's kind of how that works. Like, nobody's over here, nobody wants to hear a bunch of people talking about their friend getting knocked out. And that's just why tensions are usually high when it comes to fights. I do Muay Thai, and at the last Muay Thai event, I was at almost a similar situation happen, because people are just so angst and ready for something to happen because they're watching their family member potentially get hurt. But what do you guys think about the situation? You guys you guys happy that Martin Luther Meek walked away, or do you guys wish that he could have put the beats on Gary Russell Jr., or the opposite around? Because I don't know if Gary Russell Jr. is going to let the beats get put on him.